Welcome back to Rocky Railway. I'm Miss Kate, your conductor on this awesome adventure. I'm so excited to be here again with you today to sing and have fun and learn how Jesus' power pulls us through every day. Let's listen to a song that we learned yesterday about Jesus' power pulling us through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
Yesterday, our friend Cam Track was stranded up here by a rock slide. It was a big problem. I wonder if her and her crew were able to move those rocks out of the way. Oh, hey Cam, I'm glad you stopped by. Give us an update on that rock slide.
Well, my crew and I worked, and we pushed, and we shoved, and we eventually moved all those boulders off the track, but the boulders were so heavy that they damaged the track. So that's a whole nother problem we have to fix.
I'm sorry, Cam, but it'll get fixed eventually.
Eventually is just not okay. Do you know what's in this train, what we're carrying?
No, I don't.
M&Ms.
Oh.
And you know how people love their M&Ms.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't get this train down the mountain, then the M&Ms don't get delivered. And if the M&Ms don't get delivered, then the people will get angry. And angry people, well, then they'll start yelling at me. And I don't like it when people yell at me because angry people, that scares me when they yell at me. So I'm thinking we should just stay up here on the mountaintop forever because then the angry people can't find me. And then, whew, I guess I just ran out of steam.
It's okay. Well, I'll say, it may take a little while, but eventually the track will get fixed. No one here is mad at you. you're with great friends who think you're pretty cool.
No, this situation is just hopeless. I mean, all I really want to do is get on my train and toot my whistle and just chug away. Toot, toot.
Oh, Cam, don't lose hope. Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. Think about being on your train. Think about being in a happy place. You're on your train, you're chugging along, you're going over a bridge and up a big hill and around a bend. And then you come to a tunnel and it gets dark inside, but you look straight ahead and you see a light at the end of the tunnel. Do you see it, Cam?
I do, I can really see it.
That is hope. It's like the light at the end of a dark tunnel. When things seem dark and hopeless, Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. So even though you're stuck here for a little while longer, there's still hope.
Well, it does make sense to put your hope in someone that won't let you down or get mad about M&Ms.
Yeah. That's true. Yikes, it looks like your crew over there is getting kind of hungry. Maybe you should put those M&Ms away.
Hey, you guys, stop that! Quit eating those M&Ms, put those down.
You better go stop them, Cam.
Oh my gosh, stop, wait, stop that.
At Rocky Railway, we're imagining what it would be like to travel by steam train through the mighty, majestic Rocky Mountains. Those mountains go all the way up from Canada, all the way down to New Mexico. And that's a long way. Because these Rocky Mountains are in our own backyard, I'm curious, what do you like to do in the Rocky Mountains? I know I like to go hiking and camping and take beautiful pictures of all the nice wildlife that there is. There's so many different things to do in the mountains and on a train. If we were all on a train headed to the Rocky Mountains, we'd have one thing in common. We'd all be going the same direction. Even though we're all different in our own unique way, we still have a lot in common. Maybe you ate the same thing for breakfast as your friend. Or maybe we're all wearing sandals right now. God made each of us different and special in our own way. But there's a lot that we still have in common with all the other people in this world. Let's sing a new song about a train that we all would like to be on.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. 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 Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train. This train. This train.
That song makes me so excited to get to heaven to see Jesus. But we can still see signs of God around us every day, right here at Rocky Railway VBS. And even though we can't see God, We can see signs of God, like the grass outside and the sun shining. Those things that we see that only God could make are called God sightings. And when we see a God sighting, we can give God credit for all the beautiful things that He's made. Look around your home right now and notice the many things around you that only God can make. You might see things like the sun, or a family member, or if you look in a mirror, you might even see you. Only God can make you just the way you are. Everywhere we go, Jesus' power pulls us through, no matter what twists and turns our life has in store for us. So let's try something. Let's imagine that this balloon is you. And you are full of happiness and joy and excitement. Wait a minute. You don't look filled up with joy and happiness like my balloon here. Stand up and put your arms out in a big circle to look more like my balloon. And I want you now to call out things that make you happy. Yell them out, whatever they are. Maybe it's ice cream sandwiches or playing in the sprinklers. But life isn't always full of happiness. And sometimes we might get kind of discouraged. And sometimes there's no hope at all. Oh. Think of a time in your life when you have felt sad and empty, like this balloon. Once, I felt really hopeless when I lost one of my favorite toys at a park and I couldn't find it. But that's why I'm so glad that Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. Jesus doesn't just fill us with happy things. Jesus' power is much deeper and stronger than that. In the Bible, in the book of Psalms, chapter 31, verse 24, it says, "So be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord." Jesus' power does this in us. Now, if we fill up our balloon here with helium, and tie it off, Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. And with all of that hope, we can fly. I wonder what amazing Bible buddy we're going to meet today to help us remember that Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus.
Glad you're back on track at Rocky Railway. Wow, the first day just flew by, didn't it? I'm Ava, a red-tailed hawk. You can find me and my family members all over North America. We're everywhere. Even though we live all across North America, you may not see me in your backyard. Well, unless you don't have any neighbors. We like to live in wide open spaces where we can soar over treetops, grass, and water looking for food. You might say that red-tailed hawks are faithful friends. When we find a mate, we stay together for life. My fine feathered friend and I build our nest together and care for our chicks together. We're an excellent team. I'm happiest way up in the sky. That's why I build my nest at the tallest point I can find. Some hawk nests have been spotted as high as 120 feet off the ground. That's as high as a human tower of 20 tall crew leaders. My nest might be at the tip top of a tree, or even on the top of a building or a telephone pole. That gives me a bird's eye view of what's around, food, friends, or animals that might want to hurt us. I love soaring with my big, beautiful wings. They're more than 3 feet across, you know. God gave me just what I needed to catch the wind and just fly. Up here, you see things differently. Stuff that seemed big seems smaller. Things that seemed harder look much easier. A path that looks like a dead end, hey, I can see a way out. A fresh perspective can put the wind under your wings and give you the strength to keep going. Sometimes I spot you humans with my sharp hawk eyes, and you look a little down. Do things seem impossible? Scary? Hopeless? Maybe you need a fresh perspective. Maybe you need to see things Jesus' way, with hope. Jesus is stronger than anything. He has a plan for everything. You can have strength, courage, and hope. The Bible encourages us with these words. So be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord. Jesus' power gives us hope. So trust Jesus.
Ava reminds us that Jesus' power fills us with hope and makes our hearts light, just like our balloon. Let's learn a new song called In You Alone that reminds us of the hope that we can have in Jesus.
God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone.
I will put my hope in you, Lord. You alone are everything I need. My hope is in you alone, in you alone. I will put my hope in you, Lord. You alone are everything I need. My hope is in you alone, in you alone.
Heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and
Everything I need.
my
hope is in you alone,
in you alone. Heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and
everything I need.
my
Hope is in you alone,
in you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone.
What a great song! Now, let's jump into another day of adventure. Remember to be taking fun pictures and videos of yourself along the way and send them to children@fpcl.org to be a part of our VBS slideshow at the end of the week. I'll see you back here for the Rocky Wrap-Up.